Hi, my name is Joe, and I've been training with Gary, I'd say since the early 90s, maybe 91, and totally together as partners since 95 from Tri-County Aikido. We've been working together, I guess it's over 25 years now. Different things that we've accomplished and done is, I say, amazing for us. So the in-breath that we've been working on since the late 90s has evolved into a more Aiki or internal movement, which the body naturally does. Gives you an understanding of how to make, or not make, but how to let the body do the in-breathing and do the internal movements. Myself, I had a spinal problem which affected my right thigh muscle, and over a period of time it started to not wither away, but weaken. And when I went to a regular doctor, he told me to buy a cane and walk that, with a cane and everything. And at that point, I can't do that. I'm only 40 years old at the time, and walking around with a cane and trying to walk up steps, it just didn't put me into that. And when I mentioned this to my partner Gary, he said, let's try this, and we started working with the in-breathing, with the bags, moving around, punching bags, and stuff, and I was able to start using the in-breath to project mainly on my right side, to move without thinking about it, or without trying to use my muscles. And I was getting faster on my right side than I was on my left. So using a muscle actually slowed me down. Without using the muscle, I was quicker on pivots, turns, and actually getting out of the way of a kick or a punch. So I was able to use the in-breath, which I had to think about in the beginning. I had to not train my mind, but constantly be aware of, okay, I have to in-breath now to do the moves. Over a course of time, I started doing things without even thinking about it, so that my moves were body moves. Instead of thinking, you start to walk, you don't think about walking, you just walk. Well, I don't have to think about pivoting, I just do it now. So things seem to generate the old habits of just, the mind says do this and it does it. The body will do it. And you don't have to actually put your mind to it. If you want to take a step, you don't think, I have to make a step now, or I have to run up the steps. You just do it and it happens. From a medical point, the diagnosis was I have a crushed disc or a herniated disc, which was pinching off some of the nerve to my right side, my right hip and thigh muscles. And over the course of time, the compression got a little more and a little more, but it seemed to be just my thigh muscles, nothing else. and I just wouldn't let it happen, but treatment was shots and stuff, so I had 1 or 2 shots and they only lasted for a while, but it really didn't change the situation. The nerves or the muscle still not deteriorated as much as just weakened. So the thigh muscles themselves on my right side, as you can see here, left side here is all thick, heavy thigh muscles, and just here you can see the difference with there's no thigh muscle here, and it's starting a little bit inside, so there's not much muscle to help me sometimes stand or run as fast as I used to. So certain things, I mean, I can bend and do my Aikido is a pivoting movement, is bending the knee and placing weight here. I can still do the same thing here when I'm thinking about it right now, but if I have to do a pivot, I can still turn and balance myself. I can move from side to side, forward and backwards, but I'm not putting full weight on it because I don't need to. I can still push and pull, step and step. I can still raise my foot up, but you know, it's not easy, but I can still do this where I can still climb steps. It's an in-breathing thing that once I start moving, once I sort of get myself to, okay, now I have to go up, you know, I'm thinking I have to go up the steps, but not, oh, I have to go up the steps, so I have to watch how I step. I just do it. I don't think about doing it. If there's a set of stairs in front of me, I will take the stairs and walk up with no problem. Sometimes it'll take me a little longer. Sometimes I can not run up the steps, but I can get up fairly quick.
You can do knee bends, right?
Yeah, I can, you know,
So mention that.
I can get down and, you know, straighten up. I can get up on my toes and stretch out. It's pivoting, the turning. I can set aside, you know, I can balance myself on one leg for a few seconds if I need to and not go anywhere. I mean, so in-breathing does help keep your body in shape, and transferring the energy from one side to the other and up and down my arms and legs keeps me mobile, and I can walk in a straight line without tumbling, so to speak, and without using any cane or walking device. I can still do my range of motions without any weight, but I don't have that lifting power. So I can still turn, I can still maneuver, turning in position, I can still pivot or turn either way. It still works without thinking about doing it, I just do now. So the in-breathing has been and started to work more internally and more on its own, so to speak. It's there. Letting my internal energy move me instead of me trying to move myself. I'm back. Other side of the halfway.